Hello everyone and welcome to today's online class for class 12. During any chemical or physical transformation, some amount of energy is associated in this kind of transformation. Energy is needed to provide during this transformation, or due to this transformation, energy is released after this transformation. Now, bunch of ionic compound, when they are doing transformation, if electrical energy is used in the form of energy, or electrical energy is chemical energy is released in the after this transformation, and we are generating electrical energy through this chemical energy, through this chemical reaction. The entire study regarding this kind of transformation, this kind of chemical reaction associated with ionic compound, ionic solution, is the branch of chemistry in which is known as the electrochemistry. When a species loses one or two electrons, then it is said that the species is undergoing oxidation reaction. Like in the case for zinc solid in aqueous solution, supposedly it loses 2 electrons. As a result, zinc 2 plus in aqueous solution is produced. As zinc is lost 2 electrons, therefore we are going to say that zinc is undergoing oxidation reaction to produce zinc 2 plus by losing 2 electrons. Similar manner, when a species gains electron, one or two electron, more than one electrons, in that case we say that that species is undergoing reduction reaction. That is, losing of electron is oxidation, gaining of electron is reduction. Like in case of copper 2 plus, an aqueous solution gains 2 electron and produces neutral copper metal. As copper 2 plus is gaining 2 electron, we are going to say that copper 2 plus is undergoing reduction reaction. Now, there is a reaction called redox reaction, a chemical reaction. The basic definition of redox reaction is a chemical reaction in which oxidation and reduction is happening simultaneously. By combining the reduction, the red portion of the reduction reaction and ox portion of the oxidation reaction, and combining these two parts, we are getting the name redox reaction. Now, this is the example that I have taken, where zinc solid in the aqueous solution of copper 2 plus, if I add zinc solid, in that case, 2 zinc releases 2 electron, produces zinc 2 plus. Therefore, zinc in this reaction is undergoing oxidation. Now, these 2 electron is taken up by copper 2 plus in the aqueous solution in the reaction medium and produces copper solid, neutral copper atom. So, in this case, copper 2 plus is gaining the 2 electron. As a result, copper 2 plus is undergoing reduction reaction. Now, zinc in this redox reaction, we are undergoing oxidation. By default, it is reducing the copper 2 plus to copper solid. That's why we are going to term zinc as the reducing agent. Or reductant, as it is undergoing oxidation itself and helping the other species to get reduced. Similarly, copper 2 plus in this reaction is getting reduced by accepting 2 electron, and thus is helping zinc to undergo the oxidation reaction. That's why copper 2 plus in this reaction is known as oxidizing agent. Or oxidant, as copper 2 plus is helping zinc to undergo oxidation reaction by reducing itself. When a species loses electron, the positive charge in the species increases, or the negative charge on the species reduces. Similarly, when a species gains electron, negative charge in the species increases or the positive charge in the species decreases. Therefore, supposedly if a species is neutral and loses electron, then according to this linear graph, the species will move towards the positive end of this positive right hand side on this linear graph. In similar manner, if a species is undergoing reduction, that is, it is gaining the electron, in that case the species is moved towards the left hand side, the negative part of this linear graph. Therefore, you can see that according to this linear graph, when a species is moving from left to right, it is undergoing oxidation reaction, and when it is moving right to left, it is undergoing reduction reaction. So, when a species having an oxidation number -1 and it is gaining electron more and moves towards the -4, in that case, actually the reduction is happening. In similar manner, but suppose that a species is having -6 oxidation state and it is moving by losing 1 electron towards the -3 oxidation state. No positive charge is generated, but as after electron releasing, -6 oxidation state has been reduced to -3 oxidation state. We are moving from left hand side to right hand side in this linear graph. That's why we are going to say that that species is undergoing oxidation reaction and vice versa. Now, another concept that we are going to talk about, we are going to take the help of the chemical reaction. We are going to take the help of this chemical reaction. Silver solid copper solid, when it is coupled with silver in aqueous solution, the copper is producing copper 2+ in aqueous solution, and silver solid is precipitated out in the solution. This is the chemical reaction is happening. This is the overall chemical reaction. This is the redox reaction, or known as the overall chemical reaction. Now, in this chapter, during the study of electrochemistry, we are going to break this entire chemical reaction into 2 parts. The first part will be oxidation half reaction. Which is the chemical transformation within this chemical redox reaction, which is undergoing oxidation. Evidently, we can see that copper, by losing 2 electron, is undergoing oxidation. So the oxidation half reaction in this reaction will be copper solid producing copper 2+ in aqueous solution by the loss of 2 electron. This is the oxidation half reaction for this redox reaction, and the second part of the reaction is the reduction half reaction. Now, silver, 2 silver plus cation in aqueous solution gaining the 2 electron is undergoing the reduction by producing silver, neutral silver atom. Therefore, this reaction in the above chemical reaction, above redox reaction, is represent the reduction half reaction. This is the oxidation half reaction, this is the reduction half reaction. Now during this chemical reaction representation, we need to represent the state of these individual species. That is how we are going to study by dividing the entire chemical reactions that we are going to study in this chapter into two divided parts: oxidation half reaction and the reduction half reaction. There are two types of chemical reactions. One in first, there are certain type of chemical reaction in which the reaction is happening spontaneously, and the other type of chemical reaction in which the reaction is not happening spontaneously, non-spontaneous chemical reaction. In spontaneous chemical reaction, energy is released after the chemical reaction. Energy is generated after the chemical reaction in the form of chemical energy. During non-spontaneous reactions, sufficient amount of energy you needed to provide for the reaction to happen in the form of any kind of energy. Now, depending on these two concepts, spontaneous chemical reaction, non-spontaneous chemical reaction, electrolytic cell is divided into two categories. Now, electrolytic cells are the device or the setup in which chemical reaction, redox chemical reactions happen, whether it is spontaneous or whether it is non-spontaneous redox reaction. But redox reaction is happen in the electrochemical cell because electrical energy is used or generated due to this kind of chemical reaction. That's why a specific setup known as electrolytic cell is being used. It is also divided into two categories, that is galvanic or voltaic cell. Another one is electrolytic cell. Now, galvanic or voltaic cell, in galvanic or voltaic cell, spontaneous reactions occurs. In galvanic or voltaic cell, spontaneous reactions occurs. As a result, energy is generated in voltaic or galvanic cell in the form of chemical energy. And this chemical energy in galvanic or voltaic cell then transformed into electrical energy to produce produce electricity. So in galvanic or voltaic cell are those kind of electrolytic cell in which by doing some spontaneous redox reaction, chemical energy is generated, then it is transformed into electrical energy. Electrolytic cell is opposite to that. In electrolytic cell, non-spontaneous reactions occurs, and as a result, energy is provided in the electrolytic cell to do this non-spontaneous reaction. Now, the energy that is being provided in electrolytic cell, it is in the form of electrical energy, and then the chemical reaction is happening. That's why in electrolytic cell, chemical energy is being transformed into chemical energy, then this chemical energy is doing the chemical reaction in the electrolytic cell. That's why electrolytic cell are those kind of electrochemical cell in which by providing electrical energy into the cell, which then transform into chemical energy, a non-spontaneous reaction occurs. The construction of electrochemical cell are more or less same for galvanic or voltaic cell and electrolytic cell. There are some few differences in this depending on the type of the chemical reaction is happening between the galvanic or voltaic cell and the electrolytic cell. But the generalized concept, the generalized construction for both the cells are same. Now, the main thing is that there needs to be a beaker in which the chemical reaction happens, because to do the chemical reaction you need to have a dish or the beaker. Now, the second thing is that the chemical reaction is always going to happen in the chemical solution phase. That's why a solution is needed. This solution is known as the electrolytic solution in which the reaction is happening. This electrolytic solution is the ionic solution type, that is a solution of an ionic compound. Like in this case that I have drawn, I have taken dilute H2SO4 solution as the electrolytic solution, and there are two metal rod or metal plate or metal that is being dipped into the solution, and then these metal are wired up. These two metals are known as the electrode. In this case, I have taken zinc plate and copper plate as two electrode. Now, the two electrode are not same. What kind of a chemical reaction? That is whether a oxidation reaction is happening or whether a reduction reaction is happening. Depending on these electrode, two electrodes are named. Like, we are going to call the one electrode as anode if oxidation is occurring in that electrode, and we are going to term the cathode if reduction reaction is occurring in that electrode. If anode in one of the electrode oxidation is happening, then we are going to term that electrode as anode. If reduction is occurring, then we are going to term that electrode as cathode. Now, to memorize that, one of my students suggested that to memorize this thing, just remember that A is a vowel. The reaction that is happening oxidation, it is also vowel. Cathode starts with a consonant. The reaction that is happening reduction starts with a consonant also. So vowel, vowel, consonant, consonant. So anode is always going to be that electrode in which the oxidation is happening, and cathode is that electrode in which reduction is happening. Now, depending on this anode or cathode is constructing whether galvanic or voltaic cell or electrolytic cell, the sign of the electrode can be positive or negative. Can be positive or negative. That is, if the anode, the sign of the anode is positive, in that case the sign of the cathode will be negative. Or the sign of the anode, if it is negative, in that case the sign of the cathode will be positive. But the sign assigned to this electrode will be depend on whether we are constructing a galvanic cell or an electrolytic cell. But the reaction that is happening will be same. That is the main definition for anode or cathode. If in the electrode oxidation is happening, whatever the sign of that cathode or anode is, that electrode is termed as anode. If reduction is happening, whatever the sign may be, that electrode is termed as cathode. The sign of this electrode depends on the type of electrolytic cell that we are constructing. Like in this case, zinc plate, zinc produces zinc 2 plus by releasing 2 electrons. So oxidation is happening. As oxidation is happening, zinc is going to termed as anode. Zinc plate is used in this construction as anode. Copper in copper electrode, copper 2 plus by gaining 2 electrode is producing copper solid copper. That's why reduction is happening in the copper electrode. In this copper electrode, that's why we are going to term this copper electrode in this construction as cathode. The sign of this electrode will be depend on whether it is an electrolytic cell or whether it is a galvanic cell.